Welcome, little explorers, to a sunny day at our happy barnyard. Look, over there, under the big red barn, lives a very special friend of ours. Her name is Penny, and she's the fluffiest, yellowest baby chick you've ever seen. Penny has tiny feet that love to pitter-patter all over the farm, and a little beak that's perfect for pecking at yummy grains. Penny's favorite thing to do is play. She loves chasing fluttering butterflies, saying hello to the big, gentle cows, and playing hide and seek with her brothers and sisters behind the hay bales. Every morning, when the sun peeks over the hills and paints the sky with beautiful colors of orange and pink, Penny is the first one awake. Chirp, chirp, good morning, world, she'd sing, ready for a new day of adventures. Her best friend is a wise old goose named Farmer Goose. Farmer Goose has seen many sunrises and has lots of wonderful stories to tell. He often watches over the little chicks, making sure they are safe and happy. He taught Penny how to find the juiciest worms after a soft rain, and which dandelions were the sweetest to nibble on. One particularly sunny afternoon, the air was warm and smelled like fresh hay and sweet clover. Penny was feeling extra energetic. She had just finished a delicious lunch of tasty seeds and was zipping around the barnyard with pure joy. Wee, she chirped, running in circles, her little wings flapping with excitement. She zoomed past the sleepy pig, zigzagged around the quacking ducks, and raced towards the big oak tree. Near the entrance of the barn, there was a small, woven basket. It was filled to the very top with shiny, golden corn kernels that Farmer Goose had just gathered. It was a special treat for all the chicks to share later. Penny was so caught up in her happy race that she didn't see the little basket right in her path. Whoosh! In her excitement, she bumped right into it. Oh no! The basket tipped over, and with a soft rustle, hundreds of golden corn kernels scattered all across the dusty ground. They rolled under the fence, hid in little patches of grass, and spread out everywhere. The barnyard suddenly became very quiet. Penny stopped in her tracks. Her happy chirps faded away. She looked at the big mess she had made. The corn, once piled high in the basket, was now all over the place. For a moment, Penny felt a little scared. Her first thought was to run and hide behind a hay bale. Maybe if she pretended it wasn't her, no one would know. She could just go back to playing, and maybe someone else would clean it up. Her heart beat a little faster, but then she remembered something Farmer Goose had told her just the other day. Penny, he had said in his calm, gentle voice, doing the right thing, even when it's hard, is what makes you strong and kind. Penny took a deep breath. She looked at the scattered corn, then at her own tiny feet. She knew what she had to do. It was her mistake, and it was her job to fix it. Running away wouldn't make the mess disappear. So, with a determined little chirp, Penny decided to be responsible. She walked over to the tipped basket and carefully pushed it back upright. Then, she started her important work. Peck, peck, peck. One by one, she began to pick up the shiny kernels with her little beak. She picked up a kernel and dropped it carefully back into the basket. Plink, then another, plink, and another, plink. It was slow work for such a little chick. Some kernels were easy to find, sitting right there in the open, but others had rolled into tricky spots. She had to stretch her neck to get one from under a leaf. She had to hop over a small stone to reach another. It wasn't as fun as chasing butterflies, but with every kernel she put back, Penny felt a little bit better. She wasn't running from her mistake. She was fixing it. Soon, her little chick brothers and sisters noticed what Penny was doing. They saw her working so hard all by herself. One of them hopped over. "What are you doing, Penny?" he asked. "I made a mess," Penny replied without stopping, "so I'm cleaning it up." Inspired by her hard work, her siblings decided to help. One by one, they joined in. "We can help you," they chirped. Soon, a whole team of fluffy yellow chicks was working together. Peck, peck, plink, peck, peck, plink, The sound of corn dropping into the basket became a happy rhythm. With everyone helping, the work went much faster. The ground that was covered in corn started to look clear again. Just then, Farmer Goose came waddling around the corner. He saw the empty ground and the group of little chicks gathered around the basket. He looked inside and saw that it was almost full again. He looked at Penny, who had a tiny speck of dust on her beak, but a very proud look in her eyes. Farmer Goose smiled a big, warm smile. He didn't say, "Who knocked this over?" He didn't sound upset at all. Instead, he said, "Penny, I saw what happened. I am so proud of you. It's easy to make a mistake, but it takes a very brave and responsible chick to stay and clean it up." Then he looked at all the other chicks who had helped. "And I am proud of all of you for helping your sister. Working together makes every job easier and more fun." The other chicks chirped happily, proud to have helped. Penny's heart filled with a warm, happy feeling. It was even better than the feeling of winning a race. She hadn't gotten into trouble. Instead, she was praised for doing the right thing. She learned that being responsible wasn't scary. It was something to be proud of. It made her feel good inside, knowing she had fixed her own mistake. That afternoon, as the sun began to set, Farmer Goose shared the corn with everyone. As Penny nibbled on the sweet kernels, they tasted extra delicious. She knew she had earned them not just by being a fast runner, but by being a responsible and honest little chick. And from that day on, whenever Penny played in the barnyard, she was still full of energy and joy, but she was also a little more careful. And she always remembered the proud feeling of doing the right thing. Thank you for joining Penny on her adventure today. Remember, just like Penny, it's okay to make mistakes. What's most important is that we try our best to fix them and be responsible. We hope you had fun at the barnyard. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories. See you next time, little explorers. Bye-bye.